Not yet, maybe. Now it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
Hello.
And
Hi,
we're on
everyone. Hello on Podbean.
Yeah.
Commence the pre-show.
Time to warm up, everybody. Start doing the calisthenics. So I got my delivery today. I got my Monday morning Monorail t-shirt this is the upgraded t-shirt, so it's like a stretchy, soft material. It's very comfortable.
Oh yeah.
Still waiting on that fedora
Forever 44. I don't know what's going on there.
Hopefully by Thursday for the big
Lady.
meeting.
I was hoping I could wear it. And
well, ideally, I think that was the hope for. I don't know where your shirt is. It's it's unfortunate. You're gonna have to wear Garrett's AK Hater t-shirt.
I can't even bring myself to wear that shirt. No. Can't do it.
I have a confession. I ripped my Monday morning Monorail shirt last week.
Sounds like
bad.
Just in a wrestling move.
I did it on Theme Park Thursday too. By God. What? I was carrying air conditioners up to my parents' second floor and forgot that I was like wearing a shirt I actually cared about. And lo and behold, cared about.
Yeah.
I bought it, Justin.
I know. Hey, I still got your $3.
That's right.
And so today I bought a Monorail fam shirt in order to pay it forward. There.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't blame you. Those shirts look way better than these. Yeah. So.
I got it in red.
The red is a good looking shirt. Actually, they all look good. I want one in every color.
Ask Justin if he got me a shirt when he got himself a shirt.
I got her a Carousel of Progress shirt. It's on the way.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Appreciation shirt. I want to do a quick shout out. We now have Val and Lewis and Adam in the Podbean chat.
So, yes, representing.
Yeah. Cassie,
hello.
For a minute, the Disflicks and Tidbits podcast. Cassie was in the chat and she disappeared.
Oh. Come back.
She was like, never mind. This was
This is me in the. I'm in the chat room now too. Just so you know.
Oh, you're in the chat room now.
Yeah, I got both going.
Nice.
Improving Frank.
Let me
improving.
So Val and I upgraded our friendship today by becoming official Facebook friends.
Love
it.
Yeah.
There you go, kicking it up a notch.
Yes.
Oh, Long Island Frank is in the Podbean.
We got
Long Island Frank.
Brian's here. So it's filling up over there. Hey, Frank, speaking of improving Frank.
Improving. Say it correctly.
Improving Frank.
Yes.
What do you got working in the improving?
Here we go.
I want to hear about it because I think Jen kind of challenged you to get something going. And what's going on?
Yeah, she's been challenging me for a while to get something going with the Improvisers Guide Network.
Yeah.
So, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah, you didn't do it correctly. Do it again.
I don't even know how I say it.
I can do it.
Let's
do it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The Improvisers Guide Network.
and by the way, if you do anything, she's gonna need to be the announcer.
Yeah. 2020. Yeah. No, in the period of quarantine here, I started putting in order. I did a one-man show a couple of years ago that was hoping to be the impetus for a book, which is called The Improviser's Guide to Being a Better Birth Partner, which is applying the skills of an improviser to assisting the mother of a child during labor. Yeah. And so I started putting that together better than I did 3 years ago when I just started writing and wrote 60 pages. And I was like, I don't even know where this is going. So now I actually kind of storyboarded / outlined it. So right now it's all different PowerPoint slides and then has a 3-act structure to it. So it's further along right now than it's been in any previous incarnation. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Fantastic. I can't.
And that there needs to be an umbrella. Ella. Anyone? Of the Improvisers Guide Network. There needs to be an empire, and you need to be making that happen. And every few days, I'm like, how's that going? Did you do it yet? Did you create it yet?
working on it.
Is there plans for like a revival of the one-man show, or maybe a new one-man show?
I think alongside the slides, the chapters I'm working on right now is the idea of like videos, like to accompany it. So little segmented videos, I would say, to
I think that's good. That's
put that together. Yeah,
very getting right now.
Yeah, getting inspired by all the different levels of recording happening out here in the world.
Yeah.
However, one-man shows would probably be pretty popular because there only needs to be you on stage.
Exactly.
You think I should just do the show virtually, is what you're saying. Is that what you're implying?
No. I think there just needs to be a whole umbrella, that's all.
Yeah. Ella. Back to it. Well, I can't wait until I can call you New York Times best-selling author Frank Parker.
Oh.
And I'll be very proud of that moment.
Me too.
It's a dream.
Monday
I mean, I will say it was actually. I mean, just to give everyone, just to put it in this little thing, was that we went to birth classes, in that 5th or 6th month or whatever, and I wasn't like terrified until I went to the birth classes, and I went there and went, what? And I read a book called The Aware Baby that talked a lot about picking up signals and trusting your instincts and yada yada. And something clicked. I was like, you're an improviser. All you have is instincts. That is your greatest strength. So all of a sudden I started applying that to everything that was going on the last 12 weeks or whatever, and it was effective. So.
And then the day came and you passed out.
No. What was I telling the other day? So we had a baby shower for someone at work the other day, and he asked for advice, and I just said the similar kind of spiel there, and I said, because then somebody else was like, but don't cut the umbilical cord, man, it's gross, don't do it. I'm like, and I was like, I will say that I worked off my instincts those last 12 weeks, but when the moment came for the umbilical cord, all of a sudden the thoughts came, like the mental portion came out. I was like, get rid of this. So I did cut the umbilical cord. I was proud of myself.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Very good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So here's my suggestion. We've got a good crowd already in the Podbean. Yeah. It looks like at least we've got Jocelyn representing the live chat. So I think we ought to start the show.
Yeah.
The show.
Do it. Hello, Jocelyn and Brian, tag teaming, by the way. They got it all covered, all the bases.
They wanted to be here. They heard what was going to be discussed tonight.
They wanted to hear me win again.
Well, you guys had a hot show on Monday. So
we can talk a little bit more about that. But first,
I know, I was like, oops.
let's welcome everyone to the Parks and Monorails most magical hour live. We are Sam and Justin from the Monday Morning Monorail podcast. They are Jen and Frank from Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. We're Disney loving people. We are friends, and we're here to talk about all things across the board, but mostly Walt Disney World. What?
You said, and we're here, and I thought, and I'm singing. Elf.
See, one of Sam's favorite things to do is get started talking before I'm done with my intro.
Oh my gosh. That intro was at 45 seconds.
I thought she was going into a Hamilton tangent right away. Like, right out of the gate. Like,
how excited you are about Hamilton?
Big news today for Sam.
Mm-hmm. It's funny that you all were texting about that this morning because I was still trying to get in a few more minutes of sleep and my phone's going crazy. And when I finally realized what you all were talking about, I was like, Sam couldn't care less. This text message was for me. And Sam's like, yeah, I'm going to watch Good Morning America. Who cares?
So this is how it went. I'm getting my computer out. I started working already. I had been working for at least 45 minutes, and then says Bob Iger is coming on to GMA. And then she goes, oh, and by the way, I don't ever watch this. And I was like, yeah, right. And so I was like, I wonder what he's going to say. And she said it's still commercial break, so she didn't know. So I was like, I'm going to turn it on. Maybe it's something really exciting.
Yeah.
Or controversial.
It was.
And so I turned it on, and then I knew I'd seen the guy somewhere.
I'm sorry, the guy being Lin-Manuel Miranda? Is that who you're referring to?
That guy.
Sure.
I couldn't place it, and I was like, "Wait, what?" And then he said Hamilton, and I was like, "Oh, that's the musical." And so then they say it's going to be on Disney Plus, and I was like, "Seriously, I've got work to do right now."
What is this nonsense you're bothering me with in the morning?
That's funny.
If it's not Marimoto being open in Disney Springs, forget it.
That's what I was hoping.
That's what Bob Iger's coming on to announce. We're opening Marimoto's.
Marimoto would like to welcome Sam Krutzinger for a special teaching on how to cook those stinking ribs.
Yeah. It's a huge announcement, though, because obviously the hope was that this was going to be a theater release. They were planning for like July 4th, I guess, around that time frame, and they put a lot of money into purchasing the rights to do that and to just go ahead and put it on Disney Plus. I did see Tony, the Disney dad from Disney Discussions, was chatting with Keenan from Part of Our World podcast today. I'm just dropping names all over the place.
Yeah.
And they were saying, well, Disney Plus is like the one thing that's making them money right now. So, of course, they would consider to do this, which it does. It makes sense. They've got to put the content out there and keep the subscribers. I just say keep giving us Mandalorian. That's all we need.
I love Mandalorian.
Or Mando.
Have you watched the Disney Gallery, whatever it's called, with the roundtable discussion about the Mandalorian? They dropped it. I don't know if they dropped it last week. It's 2 episodes so far. I only watched the second one because it was more but Filoni's on it, and Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy and Taika Waititi, however you say his name, and just talking. And it's like super, it's super fascinating because you can tell they all love it so much. Yeah. So I recommend that. Between that and prop culture, my mind's like,
oh yeah. I know. I've still got some homework to do on prop culture. So
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Prop culture it's this guy who lives in New York, and he goes around the country searching for old props from Disney classic movies. So Mary Poppins, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I think is on there. Like there's some decent stuff.
Okay, that sounds coul.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff too. So a little peek behind the scenes, kind of like going to #AlwaysMGM.
Yeah, a lot of that. Well, there's a lot of it. I'm like, this was what was in the backstage studio tour.
Man, I missed that thing.
Yeah.
I remember when you would go through Catastrophe Canyon. I remember the first time doing that. It really scared the crap out of me. I was like, is this really supposed to be happening? The bridge really supposed to be wobbly? Are we supposed to be flooded?
Where was that at?
It was at Always MGM. #Always MGM.
Like, what is it now?
So, well, now it's
Galaxy's
Edge.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of like an old school like studio tram tour that you would go on. And when they first opened the studio, it was like an hour long or more because there was a walking portion, there was the riding on the tram portion, and you get to they took you on the back lot where it had all the facades of the houses, like the Golden Girls house was there.
So good.
So of course that meant a lot for me personally. While we're on the subject, I've been wanting to say this for a while. I want people to know I don't love the Golden Girls ironically. Like it is a serious big part of like my life. So I'm a huge Golden Girls fan. So then you would go and they would show you like props from movies. They had the spaceship from Flight of the Navigator was back there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know that movie.
Yeah. And then you would see like the costume studio and like all sorts of like real, because at this time it was a studio. So there were like real functioning things that you were seeing. It was pretty cool. Yeah.
I didn't know that Flight of the Navigator was a Disney movie whenever I was a kid.
I don't think I knew that until I was older. It didn't. Yeah, it doesn't feel like just like it would normally naturally be a Disney movie, I think.
Yeah, I would not imagine that I'd seen it at a Disney park.
Yeah. But you would have.
Lewis says apparently it started out completely as a walking tour, and we didn't go until December of that year if it opened in May of '89, and it was a tram by then. So I'm not sure if that would be very, very early stages. If the whole if Catastrophe Canyon wasn't ready yet, then I could see it being a whole walking tour, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. But of course, too, remember there weren't quite as many attractions back then when the park opened. So like it wouldn't matter to invest a couple hours to go do this.
Yeah, just walk around. Yeah.
Part of your day, you know. But it was awesome. I missed that for sure.
Adventures in Wonderland House was back there too.
Oh yeah,
I remember that. I actually loved watching that whenever I was little when it would come on. The free moments.
Oh yeah,
Disney.
like you get a month of free Disney. Yeah. Those were good days.
Yeah.
So just heads up, Justin set us up a little differently, and I cannot read the computer screen.
We're very far. We're far from the computer screen, so it's definitely a little more difficult to read the comments. I can read them. If there's something that I need to pass along, I'll do it.
My glasses, the prescription is at least like 5 years old at this point, and it's been changed several times. I can't see anything.
Time to go back to the doctor, get you some Coke bottle glasses.
Well, I have contacts, but I just haven't changed. Insurance only covers either contacts or glasses, and I'm just not gonna do both, you know?
Yeah. So Lewis is on the hunt for pictures of the stage tour.
Yeah.
So
that would be cool.
Out of that. Yeah. I mean, you did walk back there for Osborne Lights, so you used to walk the residential street then too. So
that was so good.
Yeah. I was thinking that was so long ago that if you found video footage, it would probably be like it would have been transferred from a camcorder VHS or something. It's probably pretty low quality, but it might even
have any?
Look something up.
We have the tram tour, part of the tram tour.
We don't have Christmas.
I don't think we have. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't believe
somewhere
it.
In the archives, the Dillo archives.
Somewhere. It's true.
Yeah.
That will someday be released to the public.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about your hot show on Monday, this past Monday, the Monday morning.
Yeah, we can talk about it. I'm gonna say right now that first of all, I didn't cut a lot, but I cut some. and it was mainly because there were things that were outlandish that were said on purpose to get me to cut it, not just by Sam, but also Landon and McKenna, and you can imagine. So there were things that were purposely said while we were recording that they were like, "You're going to cut this. I know you will." But I was nervous about this episode because I think we try pretty hard to stay away from political talk, as you guys do too. I mean, Disney is kind of our happy little bubble of magic where we don't have to deal with a lot of the everyday things. Unfortunately, the everyday things are impacting Disney right now, and it's hard not to talk about it. And so I'll be honest, like I'm still like, we're a couple days in now. Downloads have been very good. They've picked up. I don't know what's going on, if people are like getting back to podcasts now that maybe the things are starting to open up again or something, but it's been, the downloads have been brisk, and I've just honestly been kind of waiting because I feel like comments could come at any second. But so far nothing really has happened. And the thing about it is, I think what we all would want to say is like, we don't think everybody should think the way that we do. We don't think we should.
Sam. I mean,
okay, well, I'll speak for myself. I believe that there's room for people who think all kinds of things on all sides of whatever you believe, and that's fine. And so what we try to do is just talk about kind of a facts and logic and like a sensible approach to explain kind of how we're thinking about the situation and about like when the parks start opening back up, what we expect to see and what we hope to see. And it's really more about, it's not about anything except for the safety of everybody, because that's the most important thing to me. And so I want to get back there just as much as Sam does, even though she's the one that's like, I'll go day one. I don't care.
But I'm kidding.
I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding, but I want to get back as soon as possible. And it's just a matter of, I feel like it'd be selfish of me to go, because I could just as easily infect somebody. And so that's just the way that I look at it. But so we talked about a lot of that stuff. I don't know. Like, so if you had a chance to listen to it, and Frank, I know that you did because you were commenting about it, but What were your thoughts in listening to it? Were you shocked about the topics we covered, or
no? Oh, no. I thought what you were talking about was totally fine, and it was more of the way it went about, and I think Jen and I talk about that a lot too, where is our sarcasm coming through? Is do they really think I'm this angry all the time?
I mean, yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yes,
all
yes to that. Yeah.
But no, I didn't take it that way at all. I was more I think those are all internal conversations that we have in general that you get to say out loud in front of a mic. Yeah, totally. I'm like, would I pay $25 for a ticket to go down for the day, like Father's Day, if Disney Springs is open? Oh, what am I, crazy? But would I go? It's just a back and forth. So no, I don't. I don't. To say there's like taboo topics, or I think it's more what's going to be more interesting. And if you watched all the Shanghai and Disneyland video that was out there, just and the comments underneath, like, well, I ain't going to be like that here. People aren't going to abide to that stuff here. No way that's going to happen. They're going to run up to Woody and give Mickey. It's like, no, but people should be. I think people will be respectful at the end of the day. I don't think we need to jump to the worst case scenario.
Right.
So I think we're all having the same thoughts as big time Disney fans.
Yeah, I think so.
I hope so, but if Publix is an indication of how people will act,
I was going to say the same thing.
It's just not going to go well.
I was going to say the exact same thing. I went to Publix tonight. I was one of 3 people in the place that was wearing a mask, and not a single person, aside from the mask wearers, honestly, were paying attention to the marked one-way signs on the aisle. Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
Adam is calling in right now.
Adam.
Yes.
Adam, what's up, man? How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
We missed you last week.
We did.
I missed you. Oh, you remember?
Obviously. Adam, we keep tabs on you.
Oh.
Dry the tears.
That's a real cry. No, you know what? I was on the phone with somebody last week, and we were just on somebody I haven't talked to in a while. And
Adam, we don't need the excuses, okay? We don't need them.
No, and then like by the time I hung up, and I think it was like 10:15. I'm like, I can't.
We were still going strong at 10.
Yeah, Adam, we went 20 minutes long just in case you called in.
That's right.
Oh, now I feel bad. I felt bad, but now I feel really bad. I had to just get into this whole mask and no mask. I will say the people in New Jersey are being very respectful of the rules and the regulations that we have to go through. So just shout out to us, New Jersey. It's New Jerseyites that are up here that are listening, following the mask rules.
All right. Nice job, New Jersey. I'm surprised to hear it, but good job.
You guys need to watch the prop culture stuff, because there's a whole episode about the Muppets, the original Muppets. We got to always save the Muppets.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll check that out.
And that Mandalorian, that show about the making of the Mandalorian show is a show within a show, and it's good. That's a good one too. It's a lot of talking, but
yeah. Well, that sounds good to me. I'm definitely into the behind the scenes with that show, so I want to check it out.
Yeah. I was gonna say with trusting that people do the right thing. I don't trust it.
I mean, I should qualify. In Disney, I trust it. In Disney Springs, maybe not. In the parks, I might trust it.
And we told this story on Mother's Day. Frank and I saw each other for the first time in 2 months.
Wow.
With some masks and some distance and some, but we were saying that last week for Cinco de Mayo, we did the drive up for Chili's because we were like, oh, it probably won't be as bad at Chili's because we have a lot of places around us that we're doing like big Cinco de Mayo stuff. And we're like, oh, well, maybe we'll go to Chili's. No, it was an hour wait to drive up when the order was already placed like around the shopping center. So, but Mr. Snidilla went and sends me a picture from like the back of the shopping center. I'm like, I don't even know where you are. Why are you? He's like, yeah, no, this is the line to get the, I'm like, oh my God. So, but of course he sees the one guy. He sees the guy with no mask just walking right up to the girl at the front, like right in her face, like, I called my order. She's like, yeah. Go wait online. And he's like, well, I felt bad for you. I didn't want you to walk all the way out to my car. She's like, no, I wouldn't. It's just the cars are coming up and that's what we're doing. And like the manager had to come out and all that. I fear that, that was one guy in a very long line on Long Island. Not everyone's like that. Shout out to Long Island Frank. But, in a place like Disney, where some people that go, their expectations are very high, and I get it. You pay a lot of money to be there. I worry that some of them will go there, and because it is such a bubble, the expectations will be like, well, it's Disney. So no, I don't have to do certain things, or I don't want it to be different, or why can't I do X, Y, and Z because something has changed or whatever. I mean, I would hope people would be understanding. That's my hope. But I do fear that there will be some that, try to ruin it for everybody.
I mean, and the problem is, like, it only takes a couple to make a large group of people uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's unfortunate. But it's like, it's like the loud people are the ones who do things that everyone else isn't doing, So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Adam Jeff over in the chat here says podcast running long will forever be known as waiting for Adam.
That's right.
So that's now a new term. So congratulations on that.
That's right. When I on Theme Park Thursday, when I say before we go, I'm not going to say while we're waiting for Adam.
Lewis says that's not the Tennessee experience. I would like more about that, Lewis. Thank you. If you could expand on that. Thanks.
The Tennessee experience, it is. It's called Jack Daniels, straight up.
And it's good.
Or moonshine.
Oh, and that's even better.
So Lewis says mask enforcement in the parks would be nuts. Jeff says the Disney boards are ripe with, if I have to wear a mask, I won't go. And here are the reasons why I should be excluded from wearing a mask, folks. And I've seen that too. And then I've seen the counter of, well, good, more time for me and more fast passes for me. I've seen those back and forths as well. So
we actually at my work, so, we've been told that we shouldn't shut down our facility. So everybody's been going into work, and there are people who cannot wear masks due to health issues, which we understand. But we also found these really neat things called face shields, and it goes all around your face. And it doesn't look a whole lot better. It actually looks like that would be uncomfortable because it sticks out a little further, but it blocks anything going out from their face. Maybe they offer face shields for people who can't wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think one thing you're going to run into, like one of the things that's going to be common across the board is like kids are going to be very difficult to enforce the mask, no matter what kind of mask it is. And I'm saying every kid, and not to mention kids who might be special needs. It's going to be very, very difficult to do that. And I think that Lewis says Tennessee experience was about masks. People do not wear masks. Maybe 10% of people. Yeah, I know. And Lewis, as you know, we've got most of our family is in Tennessee, so we get reports all the time. But yeah, I've been disappointed from what I'm hearing. Come on, Tennessee. I think that it's just, I get it, and I don't. When I say that I feel like masks should be required, it's not from a standpoint of I want people to be excluded from Disney. That's not at all what I'm saying. But I get the fact that some people can't wear them, and if I believe they should be required, then naturally that's going to exclude some people.
Well, another thing that I've been thinking about is I can kind of have some empathy for people who come from these areas that don't have a lot of people that are sick, because to them it doesn't feel like it's as real. But then whenever you work with like in my company, we work with several companies in different areas, and you find out that, a facility has several people that's been very ill, and a couple have died. It becomes really real, really fast.
Yeah.
And it's people that I work with and talk to and communicate with. So that's a big deal. And it changes your perspective on things. But like from the town that we're from in Knoxville, I mean, they're still just in the triple digits. It's not hit even in the thousands at all in any county around them. And that might include several counties around them that doesn't even hit in the thousands. So to them, it just doesn't feel as real.
It's like it doesn't seem like as big a deal.
Yeah. So I get that too.
And I totally get that too. I mean, we're coming from the epicenter. And Frank had a culture shock going by my parents to the burbs coming from Queens, because I mean, if I lived in Queens, I would have a mask on as soon as I left my house as well. That's on any day, not just I kid. No, but it's more normal because there's so many people out and just walking on the streets, whereas in the burbs, people come and go, but there's not as much traffic or crowd. So when I'm taking the kids out on their bikes up and down the block, I'm not in a mask. They're not in a mask. So there are even differences that way, but there's no way I'm going to like Target without a mask when there's almost 1,300 cases in a 5-mile radius of me, and I'm not wiping everything down as soon as I get home and showering like I did a few hours ago because it just felt so itchy. So I totally get though that if you're in certain areas of the country and this is not anywhere close to like a new norm for you, I get it's even harder to like picture. Why would I go into a theme park with a mask? Why would I go on a plane with a mask? Why, why would I go into a store with a mask? Anything like that.
Yeah, and I mean, my 4-year-old can wear the mask outside. Like, and we haven't been out longer than an hour. Well, I mean, we played around last weekend, but an hour she can go for it, and she doesn't complain. She doesn't like, get this off of me. She's gotten used to it, which is also a little terrifying. The idea of like, she knows. All right, I gotta put on my mask and I can go outside and play. Like, messed up. But she does go. So in the broader spectrum, where I'm like, oh my God, of course you got to wear a mask to go to Disney. I understand in the places that only have a couple of 100 cases or whatever, that it's going to be a challenge. The idea of, go and wear a mask in Disney. Like I know why there's a resistance, but people coming from all over the place to Disney. Like it's not just the town of Knoxville going to visit Disney for the day. It's people from everywhere going for the day. And you can't trust anybody.
It's kind of like when you first get your license and your parents are like, I trust you. I don't trust everybody else on the road. It's kind of like that.
That's exactly right. Having one of our children on the streets now, driving around for the last, couple of years. That's always what's on my mind, is because I think she's a relatively good driver. But it's always the fear, because she's actually, speaking of that, there've been a couple nights where she's been like, could I just go for a drive? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, it's dark. I don't know what's going on out there right now. Like, I trust you, but people are crazy, So, and who knows, like, she might be like, oh, I need to stop and get gas. And then who knows what happens in that situation. So it just makes me feel nervous. But Adam, while we've got you,
yes.
So you've heard about like the guidelines and things that Disney's going to be doing. How soon are you thinking you might want to go back to the parks?
Oof. Oh boy. Well, I'm supposed to go in the end of May. And the end of June. So right now, New York, people from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut still have to quarantine for 14 days if they fly into Florida. So I gotta at least have a 14-day vacation just to hang out at a hotel.
That's right. 14 nights at the Poly,
Yeah, you're right. And I don't know how long that's gonna last, but I mean, I gotta be honest, like the whole experience of getting down to Florida from up here is, it's a pain in the neck. You got to get to the airport. You got to go through all of that. It's going to be more stress now because you got wipes, you got gloves, face masks, this, that, everything. Don't touch this, don't touch that. Sounds like a lot of extra stress
Yeah.
And then you're getting down there, and then you got to go through the whole rigmarole of the parks. And if they're gonna have like shows closed, like Tiki Room, American Adventure,
Magic,
Country Bears,
The
Carousel
Reds.
of Progress. These are things I need to have on my Disney vacation. If they're closed, like for me, it's like, what's the point? Like I can't eat where I want to eat, and I can't see the things I want to see, and I'm still spending all that coin.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it really worth all the aggravation? Because at that point, it's like a job to do all that, and it's the reverse of money. I'm paying to do this job. I'm not getting paid. My problem is I haven't. It's not a problem, but I have an annual pass.
Right.
That I renewed in October, and I've got 1 day since I renewed it.
That's crazy.
I might not go back till October. This might be the most expensive day ever. I mean, literally.
Yeah. No, I think they'll take care of
Spent
you.
$1,100 for that day.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they'll take care of you. I think they're going to have to figure something out, because honestly, when they start the phased opening of the parks, it's not like everyone who has an annual pass would be able to get in. So if you're restricting how many people you're letting in the parks, and my annual pass doesn't guarantee I can go in, even though, we've got the platinum passes with no blackouts, but I can't go. Well, why am I like, you can't honestly be taking days away from me if the parks are not allowing me to come in.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to do something about that.
Yeah.
I know that's a first world problem, and I understand that there's like bigger issues at stake, but yeah, I mean, like I don't think it's fair for them to say, all right, June 1st we're open, and now I'm up here, and I'm like, well, I mean, we're in a pandemic, I can't just show up now. You're gonna start my clock again,
Right?
I don't know about that. I don't like. If they want to extend me like they want to give me an extra year, I'll take it. I don't really need a refund at this point. Just extend it like for the whole an extra year. Or 6 months at least, or something. I don't know, but
right.
I mean, I don't have a leg to stand on. It is what it is. But it's just kind of a little upsetting, I guess. But hey, I mean, I just want everybody to be
Get
working
along.
and be healthy.
Get along.
Yeah.
Get along.
Wait, Adam, you didn't get to weigh in on the discussion last week, so I think we have to bring this up. I don't know if you happened to watch back the replay, but one of the big topics was NSYNC versus Backstreet.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I put that on Twitter.
Right, but don't you want to say your piece right here?
Long Island Frank called in to start the debate, Adam, and you were not here, and we were very sad that you were not a part of it.
No, I will. So, Backstreet Boys. For me, Backstreet Boys are much better than NSYNC for a couple reasons. As a group, as a group band, because that's what we're talking about here, group bands or whatever they're called. The five of them vocally together are so much better than the five in sync. I mean, honestly, like Lance Bass, Joey Fatone, I don't even know if they're singers. Like they were just there for eye candy, I guess. And,
that Joey Fatone's such eye candy.
Yeah, now he just makes hot dogs. Hot dog stands in Florida. Now Justin Timberlake, as a the best performer of the 10, he is the best by far.
Of course.
But we're not judging 5 versus 1, we're judging 5 versus 5. So collectively the 5 Backstreet Boys are much better than NSYNC. Yep. And I think Backstreet Boys they're still around. They're still doing stuff. They're still popular. NSYNC can't get their act together and do any type of reunion because Timberlake doesn't need the money, but the rest of them probably do. But he's like, I don't care. I could do my own stuff and I'm still getting paid. So it's really sad, unfortunately.
Well, you know what? Your argument is
somebody mad at me now?
No one's
no, you're good.
mad at you because actually that was very similar to my counter argument to Frank's passionate support of NSYNC. He was relying very heavily on the Justin Timberlake argument. And I agree with you. I think out of the 10, there's no doubt Timberlake's number 1. He's your first draft pick if you're doing a draft here. But if you look at the entire groups, you got to go Backstreet. because it is a group. It's not the singles. So there you go. I think that says it all.
Yeah,
It's true. There's a lot happening in the chat. Justin, are you caught up?
Yeah, I'm caught up.
I'm loving your mom in the chat.
Ignoring it because the thing is, we're not here for that. We're here to have fun and be nice, and if this keeps up, people are getting like kicked. So
I didn't even read it.
Just want to make sure your mom knows she's in the right place. I think is what's important right now.
yeah, you can
What
tell
the
Mama
heck is
Dillo
going
she's
on in
good.
there?
By the way, hi Mama Dillo.
Oh, Mama Dillo has
Hi,
joined.
Mama
Yeah.
Dillo.
Yeah, her comment is amidst all the other chaos that's going on in the Podbean right now.
Oh, in Podbean? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not even reading that chat. I was talking about the YouTube chat.
Oh no,
Can I ask,
got lots of stuff going on.
but can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is have you guys, has the Dillos been able to see Mama and Papa, or not really?
We saw them on Sunday for the first time.
Did you guys see them, or like through a window?
They wore masks because Papadillo is still working, so they were wearing masks the whole time. We kept a safe distance. We kind of tailgated around their house almost, so it was more of that than anything too close. But we hadn't seen them in probably 2 months or so.
Are they gonna be on a future show soon?
I mean, we need to get them on a future show.
You probably have to sit with them though, right? You don't let them.
I mean, had to figure out the old technology side of things.
Yes.
I think
Exactly.
You could just get your transistor radio. I'm sure you could hook up.
Yeah, it's true. It's tough to explain the step by steps.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for the concern.
How are Justin and Sam's parents? Are they okay?
They're doing good. We got moms in the YouTube chat, so
Yeah.
they're doing good. I think it looks like Brian's calling in.
Oh.
Hello, Brian. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Hello.
how are things going over in your neck of the woods?
I think we're hanging in there, just making it one day at a time.
Yeah, that's all you can do, really, right?
Yeah. I'm
Brian.
over it, though. I'm ready for this to be done.
Yeah.
Me
Exactly.
too.
Exactly. I think last week, Brian, I know you didn't get a chance really to call in, but because I know Jocelyn was dominating the mic. If you wouldn't let me have it.
her and Mackenzie both.
Yeah.
Right.
So, do you have any opinions on the NSYNC Backstreet debate?
Yeah, I think I'm going to steer clear of that.
All right, fair enough. No worries. Jocelyn, do you have an opinion on that one?
Oh, I would lean Backstreet Boys. probably.
Yeah, there we go. Another tick in the Backstreet column.
Yeah, I actually just saw them in concert whenever that was, January, I think. So
Yeah.
they're still really good.
I
I don't know
wanted-
how old they're now, 80 or something, and it's
They're
good,
80.
so.
They come out with their walkers and their oxygen machines.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure it's only ladies our ages that are going to those concerts.
There were some guys, but you could tell they were dragged there.
Ah,
Literally
nice.
dragged.
Oh man, I would be there going crazy. I'd have a great time.
Just to be in the front row.
Yeah, I would.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. I mean, there were some groups of guys, just all guys. It was fantastic. But
Yeah,
it's just
that's-
most of them you could tell were very very not happy to be there.
Oh sure, yeah. Well, how's Mackenzie doing? Is she around?
She's good. She's
Hello, Mackenzie.
like, wait for it, it'll come.
Nice. So I know you've got something on the calendar for July. Is that right? A trip to Disney?
It's the very first week of August.
It's the first week of August. Okay.
Mhm.
How are you feeling about the odds of that one actually happening?
I just need it to happen at this point. I've rescheduled like 50,000 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of, this is not a, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Another pandemic going on.
Oh gosh. But no, I mean, obviously, everybody being safe and healthy is the most important part. So
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. This is a tough year for your goal.
ooh,
Oh yeah.
it's hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't I'm not sure if restarting it's gonna work out because we kind of already did some of it, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'll find a way.
You can extend it like everyone's annual passes will be extended. Same idea.
Exactly.
And
Love it.
We just might need that.
I think the question here, while we have Jocelyn and Brian here, was if the last time Sam was on Carousel of Progress was with Brian and Jocelyn.
Yes.
It was.
Mackenzie.
I did tweet a picture out as proof.
Yep.
How much she loved that.
It was a good picture.
Attraction.
I think it really captured how she felt in the moment.
When you tweeted that earlier, and then I just forgot about it while I was working, and then remembered right beforehand. I was like, "Oh wait, I got a photo. Hold on."
Now it's the show where McKenna comes in to say goodnight.
McKenna.
She's giving out
Thank you. Virtual hugs from Jen.
Just say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, McKenna. Big hugs.
They're all saying goodnight. Virtual hug from Jen.
Obviously.
Yeah.
There's our other daughter when Sam steals ours.
That's right.
I already said that I like Mackenzie more, and I was like, you're not wrong.
Well, let me tell you about this.
Hold on. Mackenzie's almost 11 in a month. So just in a few years, we'll see really how you feel about that.
That's true.
Well, I want to say, so Val pointed out a bunch of the people that are involved in tonight's show actually experienced Carousel of Progress with Sam this last time. And I did too, but I was sitting on the other side. It was Sam and then Mackenzie and then me. And I want to say, I felt like it was the perfect seat because Mackenzie and I just sang along with the show the whole time. And it was a blast.
Wait, was I not sitting with Mackenzie?
You fell asleep.
Oh, it was really boring.
She was mad at Jen because she went to the.
Yeah, Jen didn't go. Yeah.
I wasn't there.
I can't believe Jen went shopping and made me go sit
left
in.
I was like, you know what? I don't want to like bother the group, but I feel like I'm running out of time. Let me just sneak away, get some things while y'all are over there, and then I'll come back. I'm fine not going on the ride for right now. I came back and Sam was like, "Where were you?" I thought you would have wanted to go on the ride. I didn't want to tell anyone. She's like,
Why would I
you were
want
wrong.
to go?
well, because I know how much you love it, Sam.
You should. Now, okay. So now Frank's question after this Monday morning monorail podcast was, why doesn't Sam take as much heat for her thoughts and feelings about Carousel of Progress as he does for his thoughts and feelings about Animal Kingdom? So now you said you had some thoughts on this. What do you think?
Yeah, mine is one ride. His is an entire park. And this ride is obviously outdated. And I get nostalgia, but sometimes you just gotta improve that stuff.
So from my perspective, first of all, you all don't see what goes on behind the scenes. But second of all, we talk about it more when, outside of the podcast is what I mean. But
more colorfully.
Second of all, yeah, it's what we talk about like every night before bed. I'm like, what's wrong with you? But like, second of all, I feel like Carousel of Progress, I totally get it when people don't like it. So, because it's more based on if you have a love for the history of Disney and an admiration for the man himself.
I love Disney and history, not real history. I mean,
Disney Parks history. Like this is an attraction that Walt himself shaped. It was at the World's Fair and right up in Frank and Jen's neck of the woods that Mama Dillo went to. No, not the 1982 World's Fair. So it was created for that. It's quintessential Disney. But if you come from the side of you weren't raised on the parks, you only started going in the last decade.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's just kind of a boring thing. It doesn't mean as much to you. So I get that, but I don't get someone saying that about Animal Kingdom because it's a totally different thing. Because you can enjoy Animal Kingdom the first time you walk in there, and you don't have to have any history to it because it's amazing.
True. That's true.
That's so really. I mean, they're two different things. Being a Disney fan, you have to bring the history with you. The man's been dead for 50 years. You have no choice but to take his entire legacy and bring it with you. The Animal Kingdom wasn't around when the man was alive. He wasn't thinking, "Hey, I'm going to have a zoo that has no shade and it's the sixth park after Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach." I don't even know what those two water parks are. That's what Disney said. So the idea of it was just kind of there. Let's try to counter Islands of Adventure. Let's capitalize on the Lion King. That's why we have Animal Kingdom.
I know they even updated a story about a really old president named Hamilton. Why can't they update this?
Not a president.
I just thought of that just now, by the way. Wait, Hamilton wasn't a president?
No, Benjamin Franklin was.
No, he wasn't. He's just one of the constitutional writers or whatever.
He's a founding father. He got shot.
Yeah, in a duel, right?
Yeah, Aaron Burr.
So I know about all this, but I did think he was president.
Lewis, I see you say respect Walt Disney's original vision of MGM Studios. Don't think I don't see your comment here.
I'm with you. See, the thing is, I let
Frank, movie studio.
Frank can run his mouth all he wants to about all this because it's just a bunch of fluff. It doesn't mean anything. We're not living in the past everywhere we go. You have to create new memories and new experiences, and you don't just live solely on the nostalgia.
We don't understand that concept. We don't understand. Also, Lewis does agree and says he still loves the Carousel of Progress, even if the last scene needs updating. The first three should never be changed.
Well, yeah, you don't need to.
Yeah.
So, didn't Hamilton write like Federalist Papers and stuff, and he wasn't a president?
What can we tell you?
It's just,
you know what you should do? You should listen to the Hamilton soundtrack.
Nah.
We're gonna watch it. We're watching it when it comes out. We should do a watch party.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hamilton watch party. Interesting.
I like it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah.
Jocelyn, you got to move into prime time, Jocelyn, for a Hamilton watch party.
Oh. I think this is the perfect opportunity for Sam.
Hey, one of the facts that we can talk about is Hamilton wasn't a president.
Nice. Fun fact.
But isn't he on the $5 bill? Or is it 20?
It's a 10.
A 10?
It's a 10.
Man.
Is this on par with The Haunted Mansion was a movie before an attraction?
That was one of the best things that's ever happened on this podcast.
I
on the podcast.
I know who the guy is, and I've read several of his Federalist Papers without wanting to because I had to because there was a quiz. Other than that, though.
They never got to the president part.
Apparently not.
That's all right. Adam, you still with us? You awake?
He's gone.
Adam might be asleep at this point.
Oh, there he is.
Where you stand on the Carousel of Progress?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't at this point I don't really want to update, but because I've only seen it as it is right now. And I feel like if they update, they're gonna ruin something. They're gonna throw in a character. We're gonna have Mickey Mouse or something. I feel like I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna do something to it if they change it. So just leave it alone. If they really want it, I think they should move it to Epcot in Future World. I think because it's a World's Fair attraction, and Epcot is like the living World's Fair. I think it'd be really cool if they moved it there. If they wanted to make room in Tomorrowland, But because Epcot's like they could just put it like in the middle somewhere. Especially since they got a lot of empty space now.
Why not put it right where the Fountain of Nations was?
Ooh.
Why not? Right.
It's a nice big empty space.
Yeah. But I love it. I think it's good. I mean, maybe they could like update the chairs, make them clean or something.
Oh yeah.
That's part of the nostalgia, man. Is the chairs? Come on.
Things are about to get even more crazy. This is the first time ever I think we've had 3 callers because now my dad is on the phone.
Uh-oh.
At least I think it's my dad. Is it my dad or my mom or both?
It's both.
Oh, it's both.
We've been hours to get on there. We finally got on.
We think
We've been looking all over the place.
What?
we wanted to tell everybody we love them and thank you for the Happy Mother's Day messages.
Oh,
Aw.
well, you're welcome.
We love you.
We all love you, and we hope you had a great Mother's Day.
Yes.
We love our Disney children, you know.
More than your other children.
Can you do a quick ranking of Disney children? What just happened?
We love you the same.
Justin, you asked me to evaluate the Disney thing. I've almost got to connect it.
What are you talking about? What Disney? The technology's breaking down, guys.
Yep.
Are you listening through 2 devices?
I got 2 devices. Yeah.
You probably need to turn one down or something. Yeah. Caller, can you please turn the radio down?
No, I believe you're on the right one.
No, your phone is saying
All
that
right.
you don't want my picture.
I'm going to mute you.
You don't have to say it twice.
Okay, we love you guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, my goodness.
Love you guys.
A nice visit from the parents. Nate says that our next Monday Morning Monorail t-shirt should be Hamilton wasn't a president.
Oh my gosh. I'm done. You know, that. How was I to know when we only studied about him like he was?
Well,
I do not claim to be a history
like Ben Franklin.
buff.
Ben Franklin was our 6th president, right?
yeah, exactly.
I know Ben Franklin wasn't our president. I learned that a long time ago whenever I heard it on a cartoon.
Hey, is Brian still on the line?
Oh, yeah, I'm right here.
Hey, Brian. How come you won't do a TikTok video with us in January?
Oh.
I don't know that I said I wouldn't.
Oh, here we go. Yes, that's a commitment right there.
His daughter, she's like a crazy TikToker queen. Her teacher tells us all the time, so she'll help him.
Nice.
We might have to be in like the World Showcase or something though, where there's access to drinks.
Oh,
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I think we can make that happen.
We're all okay with those requirements.
Yes.
Or, they've got some pretty good drinks in Animal Kingdom. So I'm just going to keep plugging that because that could be a potential meetup location.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we do that, then Frank is out for sure.
No, he's not. He's got to be there.
Well, I agree. He has to be there. I'm just telling you. Give him, warnings ahead of time.
Well, I think he needs to get his mind
Oh my
prepared.
God. I just had, sorry, I'm interrupting with breaking news because I just remembered a dream I had in the last couple of nights where I think we were in Disney and I was giving Jocelyn a hug and going, I told you we'd be here. We wait till the last minute. And I said that it just came, literally, sorry, it just came back to me and I had to say it.
Oh,
Jocelyn, I'm hugging you in my dreams.
That's
Jocelyn,
awesome.
I don't dream about you.
Oh, see ya.
I don't think I dream though. So
This could be my next question.
What?
it happens, but
Nobody else better start saying they dream about me either. So I'm gonna get
Well, that reminds me of a dream I had
Jocelyn.
about Jocelyn.
Jocelyn?
I don't do awkward well, so we should just move on.
You know what, Jocelyn? I'm not going to give you a hug in my dream anymore if you don't appreciate my hugs in my dreams.
I do. I didn't know where else we were going to go.
Fair.
Into it before it went.
Fair enough.
I'm just going to say this about the Animal Kingdom on a potential meetup location is I don't know if a TikTok video will come out as good in direct sunlight. There's like no good angle to.
I'm about to come
But I
through
just
this
want to say one
computer
thing.
and
I
slap
think there's
you.
plenty of shade at Animal Kingdom now with all of it that you've thrown at it, Frank.
Oh, burn.
I just think it's funny that we talk about Animal Kingdom as the one with no shade when it has a giant tree as its icon. Like,
it's so hot. It's hot.
Like, and literally, there is no shade in Hollywood studios unless you hide behind a building. So,
yeah. And Frank, breaking news, but Florida is really hot.
it's a hot place.
True. And the last 2 times we went to Animal Kingdom, it was cold.
Oh.
So why you need shade? What's the problem?
I still felt like prickly from the sunlight. It was,
you got that fedora on. It's fine.
We went in January 2018 and we were freezing because it was like 30 degrees out. And then we went in November, and in those pictures, I'm wearing a hoodie and people are like, why are you wearing a hoodie in Animal Kingdom?
I remember that. But I just think it's going to be a perfect way for you all to make some pretty happy memories there and stop being haters.
All right. Well, I'm in for the Animal Kingdom meetup. Frank will be fine. He'll go to Blizzard Beach first and Typhoon, and then he'll head over. It'll be fine. It'll feel like the natural progression. But I do like Brian's idea of the World Showcase TikTok. I'm picturing Italy. You know, the little event space area right by the water, the ball in the back. Oh, come on. That's going to be good.
Yeah.
Brian in front doing the dance.
Yeah.
Right
leading us.
the group. Yes, leading us.
Brian as our Timberlake to bring it all back.
I think this is a perfect plan.
Wow.
I like it.
So we're at 10:30, guys, and at risk of making us run super long, one thing we didn't address.
Pull an Adam.
One thing we got to pull an Adam here for a second, because there's one thing we didn't address, which was we got to hear the 5 essentials, the 5 Magic Kingdom essentials. And Jen, have you not even thought about it? You had all day.
I've thought about it.
Okay. All right. Well, I think since Adam and we got Brian and Jocelyn and Mackenzie on the line as well, I think everybody should get to say. So let's start with our callers.
Yes.
And so, Adam, what are your...
But Jen had all day. Wait a second. Hold on.
Yeah, but guess first. Guess first.
We are very courteous here.
So Adam, what are your 5 Magic Kingdom essentials, not food?
Is Mackenzie still on here?
Wait, not food?
No, she's
not food.
She can hear you.
Oh. Well, just tell her to thank you for the bracelet.
Adam said thank you for the bracelet. Oh, we still owe Justin one.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all
It's
right.
coming, Justin. Yeah.
All right. So my 5 essentials are Peter Pan, Tiki Room, Country Bears, Carousel Progress. That's 4. One more. People Mover.
People Mover. There you go. Nice. Yeah.
I have to chime in. Adam, what? That was a ride.
He said
People Mover and Peter Pan. Right?
You float in the air and nothing exciting happens.
Yeah.
What?
Hashtag nostalgia hater.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna have to. I don't have anything to write with, but I'm gonna add these to the official scoreboard on the Monorail fam post. So I'll go back and listen later. So I'll tally your points, Adam.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Now we go, Jocelyn.
Yeah.
Shoot. So anything's fair game but food.
Yeah, and this is based on the survey Disney sent out, and they said, they were talking rides, attractions, shows.
Okay. So happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
You mean wishes?
No. Jen chance to speak there. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah.
I will go with Adam on the People Mover.
Yeah.
I guess I want to watch the Festival Fantasy Parade.
Okay. It's an awesome parade.
Yeah, and I think I want to add the Carousel of Progress in there.
Wow.
That one's for Sam.
Wow. Carousel of Progress chalking up the points.
It is
Yes.
in honor of Sam.
Lewis has got Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, aka Triple Mountain Whammy, the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and the People Mover.
Nice. And then a Val over in the Podbean chat said Haunted Mansion, Carousel of Progress, TTA, Splash, and Big Thunder. So, yeah. Does Brian have 5 he'd like to share?
I think I can pull that off.
No?
No, I can.
Okay.
That is Jungle Cruise, Pirates, People Mover, Big Thunder Mountain. And I don't know if this counts or not, but the monorail is kind of a big thing for me.
Hey, I'll count the monorail.
Right.
One of the things that I'm taking away from this is, first of all, not a surprise, but TTA gets a lot of love in these. It's in a lot of people's essentials, and I love to hear it. But also Big Thunder, which I don't know. Like I always consider that to be like my secondary kind of mountain, because space is my favorite mountain. But maybe this is just me being ignorant. People love Big Thunder. That's awesome.
I like TTA, and that's a calm, boring ride.
Good boring. Good.
Jeff has got Carousel of Progress, Splash Mountain, Haunted Mansion. That's Peter Pan's Flight and Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, Big Thunder. Yeah. Before we get to Frank and Jen, does Mackenzie have a top 5?
I think she's occupied.
Yeah.
Occupied.
She's
Okay.
on her iPad. We'll never get her.
Hello.
We're talking about her.
Okay. All right. Who's going first then?
You want me to go first? I'll go first. Lewis mentions about the People Mover, though, because sometimes you just want to sit back and take a ride with a traffic cone between thrills. Of course. So my 5 and Big Thunder Mountain was I was debating between Big Thunder Mountain and my number and the first pick here, which is Pirates. And then my number 5 is going to shock the world here. So I'm going to go Pirates, Splash Mountain, Space Mountain, People Mover, and It's a Small World.
Oh, okay.
This is a first.
It's not. We've got it on the list.
Oh, okay.
A couple of people have said it in the Monorail fam chat. So nice.
Anyone else? Anyone else have to go?
Nope, it's your turn. You're up.
Okay. I will say I had a discussion with Mr. Snidillo because, it was bothering me all day to have to make a decision. So I'd like to say Mr. Snidillo's first, if that's okay, because I started recording what he was saying. Yep. And we also decided to make up our own rules and divvy it up between with kids and without kids.
Okay.
Also, I did have Dole Whip on our list because I didn't get through the podcast yet. I'm sorry, guys, and I only listened to the first half of it, and so I didn't know that food wasn't included, so I had to remove that. So I've put in our bonus one instead of Dole Whip. Okay, so here we go. Mr. Snidillo's without kids. He has People Mover. He would like to visit Sunny Eclipse. That doesn't mean there's food. He just has to hear Sunny.
That's an attraction. Okay.
Yes. See the fireworks, Space Mountain, Peter Pan with a fast pass.
Okay.
That's in place of the Dole Whip. Okay, with kids, still People Mover, still Sunny Eclipse, still Peter Pan with a fast pass, the Speedway, and Cinderella's Round Table. Oh, but that's okay. So I'm gonna substitute for him and say a princess meet and greet for our 3-year-old. So,
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So me, decision maker. Without kids, People Mover, Haunted Mansion. I put the Triple Mountain Whammy as one thing. Fireworks and Peter Pan, and then with kids, People Mover, the Prince Charming's Carousel. Is that the official name of it?
Yeah.
Speedway. What is the aerial ride? It's
Voyage.
not Minute Maid. Voyage. under the sea metal mermaid.
Under the Sea. Little Mermaid.
Whatever. The aerial ride and Dumbo.
Okay. The aerial ride. It's not Minute Maid.
Not Minute Maid.
I know it's called
Aerial show.
Under the Sea because I made the comment that had to be a tip of the hat to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea when they made it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I only know that Voyage of the Little Mermaid's in MGM because that's how if you worked as a puppeteer there and you were on the schedule, it would say VOLM. So that always stays in my memory.
Oh, there you
go. Oh, fancy. Jeff did mention the railroad. Gone but not forgotten.
Yeah. That was.
You guys haven't done that, right? You guys haven't, or some of you have done it, but not all of you.
I've ridden
I have. I have a Dollywood.
Well, it is a steam train. It's an authentic steam train in Dollywood too. So similar experience, although much better. Well, the views are pretty good in Dollywood, but I'll take the views in Disney. Have you? Val's asking if we found the hidden ship from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in the Little Mermaid queue. I don't think I have.
I don't know if I've walked. I don't know if I've walked through the whole queue.
I've definitely walked through the queue, and I try to look for things, but I have not seen that. But I love it.
I don't think I've paid enough attention when I was in the queue. Yeah.
No, that's great. I'm going to have a lot of work ahead of me tallying up the points.
Good luck with my list.
But I will. Yeah, no, that's going to be interesting. But I like to see the scoreboard after all this is done because it was kind of interesting just to see where it was. Once I put everything together this afternoon, I think what it's giving us is a picture of general consensus, what we think is essential, and then we've got things like Tombstone Josh said he wanted the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, which I thought was an interesting essential pick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then one of my favorites was someone I used to work with back in Knoxville, Erin. She said she put in Peter Pan's Flight because one of her favorite dark rides is gone, which was Frog and Toad's Wild Adventure.
Oh my goodness. Love it.
And I loved it. And I was like, wow, that sounds like something my dad would have said he rode.
Well, Papa Dill on Sunday called Slinky Dog Super Dog.
Super Dog.
Yes.
I love it. So, all right, we got some essentials then. I think we've done it. I think we've mastered that question at this point.
I will say food is essential, and when Justin took that out, it really messed me up.
It did.
Mm-hmm.
Threw a wrench in the whole thing.
It messed up my Dole Whip.
Yeah.
Well, you can always get it at Animal Kingdom or at the Poly, or you don't have to.
Animal Kingdom. No.
Yeah, they have it there. It's delicious. Well, of course, I'm looking at Sam for validation, and she's like, I can't help you there.
No, it's not safe for Sam to help. Okay. Mama Dilla was trying to video chat. I was just making sure it wasn't a legit. She made a mistake, and now she knows that everybody knows. So.
She's going to have to get some earbuds. We need her to call in next week.
Yeah. Okay. So she's there because I was hoping she would call in, and I walked her through how to do it, but she can't find earbuds. So we'll have to get her some. I was like, it's fine. You could be on speaker. And she's like, no, I can't. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Next week, we need Mama Dillo, and then we need my mom and dad to call in. We can get all the parents on.
All of it. The whole thing. They can all tell stories about us.
Val's asking where you can get Dole Whip and AK. It's over in Africa.
It doesn't. You can't.
It's delicious. Yes, you can. And
it's not Dole
Whip. It's Dole Whip. It's delicious.
It won't taste the same.
Maybe even tastes better while you're in the Animal Kingdom.
They actually have a cake at the same place that they serve Dole Whip, and it's way better than what I imagined Dole Whip is.
I don't know that you can say that.
That cake is awesome. It's like a spice cake with vanilla ice cream on top. Yes.
Yeah, it's true, by the way. Nate's pointing out they have the rum version at the end.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Jeff is asking for next week, top 5 essential foods.
Oh, yeah, we could do that. I was thinking about doing, park by park. But yeah, we could do foods.
We do food.
Let's do it now. Jen, what do you think?
I'll start thinking about it now, and I still won't be ready by next week.
All right. We'll have a song ready for next week, too.
Yeah. Love it.
I guess we'll wrap it up for the day.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We're waiting on Adam.
Yeah, we've been waiting on Adam for about 14 minutes now.
Yeah.
So. You guys do your plugs.
Oh, yeah. So Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. This Thursday, we have an interview with Scotty Kilwine, one of the piano players at Jelly Rolls. I said it because I want people to listen.
I thought you were just going to like drop a teaser or hint.
No, I'm saying it. It's a great hour-long conversation. I want people to listen, by God, because it's a good one. So I'm saying it.
Called by his nickname.
Nope.
Oh.
It was a good time.
Yeah. And he has live streams on Facebook. So if you want to pregame Theme Park Thursday this week, tomorrow, if you like his Facebook page, he has Facebook live streams on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And it's just like a Jelly Roll set, basically. So we highly recommend that. And then, we do the Instas and the Twitters and the whole thing at Dillo's Diz. Facebook, give us a like. Why don't you? Someday we'll get more Facebook likes. And
what's happening on Thursday?
Oh, and Thursday night, 9:30 p.m., the first meeting of the Forever 44 Fedora Club.
Oh my gosh, something just got handed to me here.
This just in. Woo! Plug.
Yeah.
Nice. This Thursday, we'll be talking about Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and we'll also go into what will be included in the Forever 44 Fedora Club meetings. It's very top secret and illustrious and moderated by Jen.
Yeah, as the moderator, can I get those notes beforehand so I know what's included, or how's that gonna work? Just yes ended, or
yeah. Nate, did I say Forever 44 wrong? He said, dude, Forever 44.
Or maybe he's just saying it like, dude,
like, dude,
44. Yeah,
Forever 44.
Because Justin has a shirt now.
Yeah,
I do have a shirt, and it looks good on the slate. By the way, that's a slate color.
I like that color.
I like the slate. It's a good color.
Yeah.
We're doubling down on Thursday with an awesome Theme Park Thursday podcast episode and the first ever Forever 44 Fedora Club meeting. Oh my God.
Live, by the way.
Right here.
Exciting stuff. What time's it start again? Say it again.
That'll be a 9:30 p.m. Start as well. We like to keep it consistent with the Parks and Monorails most magical hour.
Very good. Yeah. And Adam, I don't know if you're still hanging around, but he's on a podcast called The Mouse and More.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to make sure to check out that podcast.
Yeah, check it out. We had somebody from Festival of Lion King as a guest. You guys ever hear of that show?
Yeah. We heard of it. I've heard of it. I saw it once 18 years ago.
I've never seen it.
You probably saw this guy, Tim Kaine, perform because he's an original
okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Masculine and strong in Swahili.
Woohoo! Sounds like
sounds really.
No, and you guys had Carly Weisel on a couple weeks ago. That was a good episode too.
Yeah, we did. She's great. Talked about the new stuff coming to California, some of her favorites, and it's great. It's a great time.
It's good stuff.
Thanks for
So
listening.
Definitely need people to subscribe. Make sure you're updating your feeds.
Subscribe and like. And man, it's late, guys. Oh my goodness.
All right, go to bed. Do we need to tuck you in? What should you need? A story? A lullaby?
A story.
Do they still have the hotline open where you can talk to a Disney character? You can call them.
I don't know.
Well, give it a try.
Yeah.
Might work for you.
I hope.
We'll talk to you next week, Adam.
All right, later, Adam.
Bye, Adam.
Bye.
Bye.
And then we've got Jocelyn and Brian still on the line. Jocelyn is at Disney Gratitude, and you can change the E to a 1. And she is a fantastic follow, a must follow.
Yes.
I would say on Twitter.
Yeah.
And the Disney Bucket List family. I know that's a bit, on hold at the moment, but big things coming and random acts of Disney kindness, all kinds of great stuff going. Anything else you wanted to share, Jocelyn?
No, that was very well done. Thank you, Jen.
Brian also on Twitter.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Brian?
Brian's the Disney Skyrider.
Disney Skyrider.
That's right.
Fantastic.
Sure everyone's represented.
Yeah. So great talking to you all. Thanks for calling in today.
Yes. The whole fam.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good.
All right.
Bye, Mackenzie.
Bye. Bye, Mackenzie. All right. And we are Morning Monorail on Twitter. Monday Morning Monorail everywhere else. You can visit our website, mondaymorningmonorailpodcast.com, and join the Monday Morning Monorail family on Facebook because we have the best logo in all the town.
It's true.
It's fancy
logo.
We're riding the wave of the logo right now.
It's a great. It's the high point so far.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff, and we're having a good time chatting all through the week. And otherwise, you can find us Monday mornings on all of your podcast distributors. This has been fun, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
One day out.
We'll do it again.
Yes. Do it again next week.
9:30 Tuesday night.
Thanks to all in all the chats, the Podbean chat, the YouTube chat, all of it.
Thanks,
Sorry,
guys.
I
for watching.
I can't far away.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.